Good morning. Happy Monday morning, Thanksgiving week here in the States. And this is the Closers Cafe, Monday morning, November 24th. November 24th. Hard to believe. There's only like 5 or 6 weeks left in the year. Going to be a little bit of a shorter session, holiday week. I've got a lot going on and a lot I want to cram into a couple of days. And I've got some good topics for you today. The first thing I'm going to dig into in just a few minutes are 7 habits that have helped me sell more homes this year. And I'm going to suggest that they should become non-negotiables in your business if you also want to sell more homes next year in 2026. So I'm going to dig into that in a couple of minutes. I'm going to do or share a simple posting strategy that I've been sharing a lot, a simple way for me to keep my social platforms current with content that could also generate me some potential leads and contacts in my database. And I might have 1 or 2 other things to dig into as well. Some housekeeping items before we get into the main topic for this morning, which is 7 habits that have helped me sell more homes in 2025, and things that I would recommend that should become non-negotiables for you if you want to sell more homes in 2026. Before we get into that, some housekeeping items. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm hosting my weekly mastermind. Normally, these are Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, but Wednesday is my son's birthday. It's the day before Thanksgiving, my oldest son's birthday. It's the day before Thanksgiving. A lot going on. So I bumped it up a day. So tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern is our weekly mastermind. I'm going to share 10 tools and tech I've used to close 13 transactions in the last, it's either 78 or 81 days, something like that. So 10 tools and tech that I've used to close 13 transactions in the last 78 to 81 days. And I'll also break down or give you the 3, like the minimum effective dose, the 3 that are sort of like if you were starting from nowhere, if you dropped me into a completely different town or market, etc., where would I start to build a pipeline? What 3 tools and tech would I use? I'm going to dig into all of that. You can register for free. They're always free. growwithjosh.com/mm. growwithjosh.com/mm. Or you can DM me or text me 717-571-0456. 717-571-0456. I will also do a live tomorrow morning, and then that'll be it, most likely for the week. Maybe we'll see what happens on Friday, but certainly no live session on Wednesday and Thursday being Thanksgiving Day. TikTok viewers, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my the phone that I use to stream on here to charge. The TikTok live might end sooner than expected. We'll see. So 1 second here, and we're going to dig into. Here we go. So here are the 7 habits that have helped me sell more homes in 2025. And I'm going to recommend that you make these habits non-negotiable for you if you want to sell more homes in 2026. These are going to seem incredibly obvious. And yet, many of you watching this are not owning these habits. You haven't made these non-negotiable. How do I know? Well, I'll explain how I know. But these habits, these things that I do on a daily basis, have helped me sell more homes in 2025. And specifically, the last 3 or 4 months, things are going through the roof. And it's why I have the confidence to say that in 2026, I will personally, just my personal production, not my team, not my EXP organization, do 100 transactions, 100 closed transactions. These 7 foundational habits will be part of the reason why. Habit number one, answer your dang phone. Answer your phone. Answer your phone. Again, I know, incredibly obvious, and yet many of you don't do it. How do I know? Because I call many of you and you don't answer your phone. I call many listing agents. In fact, maybe I'll do this exercise later on the live stream. If I go into my MLS and I call 5 listing agents this morning, at most, 1 or 2 will answer their phone. At most, 1 or 2 will answer their phone. Answer your phone. Even if, and this is a big one, please listen to me. Even if you think it's a spam or scam call, even if you think the person calling is not real, it's one of those automated messages or it's AI, because here's what I can tell you with certainty. If you get 10 of those calls, 1 or 2 of them might be a potential client. It happens to me all the time. I answer every time. Even it says potential spam, potential scam, I answer every time because almost like it's every week I get 1, 2, sometimes 3 people that call that it says potential scam or spam they're calling from a sign, they're calling from an ad they saw or an organic post they saw. They're calling through my Google business profile. And for whatever reason, T-Mobile, which is my phone carrier, they think it's spam or scam. Answer your phone. Answer your phone. That's foundational habit number 1 that has helped me sell more homes in 2025. Number 2, directly related. Return all your missed calls. Return all your missed calls. All of them. All of them. And I'm not saying immediately. Look, the goal of what we're talking about here is to be on more appointments, to be helping more clients. And so when you're helping clients, you're not going to be able to answer your phone, which is why then later, when you're done with those clients, you need to return all your missed calls, even the ones that you think are not real clients. They're potential spam or spam calls. Return all of those missed calls. You have to become obsessed about this because I'm telling you, all it takes is 1 a week. 1 a week. Over a month, that's 1 extra transaction. How do I know? Because an inbound call from a potential client, I'm telling you, even if you're terrible at sales, that will turn into 1 extra client out of 4. So if you get 1 of those per week, that's 4 in a month. 1 of those will turn into a client for you. That alone will help you close more transactions. So habit number 1, answer your dang phone. Habit number 2, return all missed calls because let's face it, you can't always answer your phone. I get it. Okay? I get it. Number 3, closely related. Return all your missed texts. Return all your missed texts. And I'm not just talking about your phone. I'm talking about whatever CRM you might be using, or whatever other tools you may have in your business. The obvious one is on your cell phone. And also, many of you have other CRM tools, like, for example, at EXP, we have Bold Trail. Okay, you might be using a white label version of Go High Level. You might be using Sierra Interactive or Lofty or whatever CRM tool you might be using. You need to obsessively return all missed texts. Return, if someone texts you, text them back. Even, look, listen to this one. Even if it's a person responding saying they're not interested. Even if it's a person saying they're not interested. Maybe you texted them to see if they would be open to or would they consider selling their property at street address to a private client of yours. And they say no, or not interested, or not right now. You should reply to that text message. Here's what you can say. If you're not sure what to say, you're like, well, I don't know what to reply to those. Got it. Thanks. If or when anything changes, or if you hear of anyone else in the area talking about selling, please keep us in mind, or please let us know. So answer your phone, return all missed calls, reply to all text messages, and then I'll take it another one. Again, these are obvious things, but I'm telling you, if you commit, if you make these non-negotiable in your business, you will sell more homes in 2026. How do I know? Because it has helped me sell more homes in 2025. Okay. Number 4, the same applies to your DMs. Okay. The same applies to your DMs. And you could say also like your comments, etc. on social media. If someone DMs you on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok, reply to them. If someone leaves a comment, whether it's related to real estate or not, whether it is related to real estate or not, if someone drops a comment on something you posted, reply to it, respond to it, even if it's just to say thank you, or even if you just put some emojis in there. Respond to all DMs and comments. Respond to all DMs and comments. That's number 4. Number 5. Return or respond to all emails. All emails. Again, there's nothing revolutionary about what I'm sharing here. I will openly admit that. And also, I know with certainty that at least some of you watching this have not made these foundational habits in your business. You figure, well, I'll get to it when I'll get to it. Well, here's the problem with that. And you should write these down. Money follows speed. Okay? Money follows speed, and time kills all deals. Money follows speed, time kills all deals. Answer your phone. Return all missed calls. Respond to all texts on any platform. Respond to all DMs and comments. Reply to your emails. And I would recommend you do this once a day. Check your spam folders, because I routinely have responses from clients or potential clients that land in my spam or junk folder. I don't know why. They don't know why. But that is potentially lost business if you're not doing that. Okay? It's just reality. Right now, I bet right now, half of you on here, maybe all of you on here, if you went and looked at your spam or junk folder for the last week, there's at least one opportunity in there that you didn't realize. Especially if you're using my deal of the week email. For whatever reason, a lot of replies to my deal of the week email that I shared and talked about last week, I've shared a number of times over the past few months. If you follow me at all, for whatever reason, I get a lot of replies to that email that go into my spam. I don't know why, but I go and check it because like there's money in there. And look, the Closers Cafe, which is what this is, right? The Closers Cafe is what we call this. It's about having more conversations so you can write more contracts and close more transactions. When people reply to your emails, that's starting a conversation. Okay? Go and find those. We're getting close to the end here. Answer the phone. Return all missed calls. Return or reply to all texts. Reply to all comments and DMs. Return all emails, including ones that you got to go find in the spam folder. The next one I'm going to lump 2 together here, because I had 7, then I had 8. I'm going to lump 2 together. Actually, no, I'm going to keep these separate. You need to own the fact that your digital footprint is current. What do I mean by that? When someone goes to Google and Googles you, and they go and look at your Facebook account or your Instagram profile or your Twitter or X or wherever it is the information updated and current? Is it updated and current? Because that will many of you are losing business and you don't even realize it, because people were thinking about working with you and they went and Googled you and it looked like a ghost town. And you lost business and you didn't even know it. So making sure, and I'm not saying that you have to be, consistently publishing a ton of content on there, but it needs to be current and relevant. Okay. In fact, like, is the contact information right on there? In fact, is the brokerage that you're with accurate? You may have switched brokerages and you didn't even update it on your Facebook or your LinkedIn or your Instagram or whatever. Which, by the way, if you're thinking about making a brokerage switch here at the end of the year, we should chat. We've got a good thing going over here. Is that current and relevant? Are your social profiles current and relevant? Not just Facebook and Instagram and Twitter or X and LinkedIn, but also like Nextdoor, YouTube, this is a big one. Your portal profiles, your profile information on realtor.com, homes.com, Trulia, Zillow, like, is all of that relevant and current? That's number 6. Okay. Answer the phone, return all missed calls, return all texts in a timely fashion, reply to all comments and DMs, reply to all emails, even when you have to go find them in the spam or junk folder. And are your profiles, are your online profiles current? I should have just lumped this one in as well. Your Google business profile. Your Google business profile. Number 1, some of you watching this don't even have a Google business profile. So you need to go and create one because you're missing out on opportunities there. And some of you on here need to update and bring it to more current and relevant, or make it more current and relevant. Okay. Last one of the 7, and I think it's kind of 7 or 8. I should have done 6 or 7. 7 or 8. The last one. Commit to doing at least one thing daily to grow your business. For me, every single morning, I get up early. Early every morning. And if I do nothing else for my business that day, I will at least email a couple of potential clients to see if they're ready to take the next step. So for me, that looks like going through my MLS portal notification, because I get an MLS portal notification every morning of who's looking at properties in my portal, and or my Bold Trail dashboard, people looking there, and sending a very simple email, which when I'm done wrapping this up, I can even show the example. But the simple email is this. The subject line is their name, Josh, ? Or who we got here? Barbara, ? The email body. It looks like you were checking out a property or two on our site recently. Are you having any thoughts of making a move this winter? That's it. And I have variations of that. Okay. I have variations of that, but simple. I'm telling you, if you do these 7 or 8 things, we'll just call them 7. I'm going to lump in the Google business profile into keeping your online profiles current. So let's summarize. If you do these 7 things, you commit to making them non-negotiables in your business, you will sell more homes in 2026. It's almost impossible not for it to happen. So what are they? Once again, I'm going to summarize them, and then we're going to move on. We're going to keep the ball rolling here. Number 1, answer your phone. Number 2, return all missed calls, because sometimes you can't answer your phone. You're with clients, okay? But return all your missed calls. Number 3, return all of your texts. Text people that are either, whether they're replying to text or they're just inbound text. You got to return all of those and do so in a timely fashion. Number four, reply to all comments and respond to all DMs on whatever platform. From Friday's live session, I shared, or I promoted, a coming soon listing of mine on multiple platforms: Nextdoor, Facebook, Google Business Profile. Over the weekend, on Nextdoor, I got someone commenting interested in the property, and I replied in a timely fashion. I'll even show that. If we have people that are interested, give me a thumbs up if you're interested, or drop a comment if you're interested. I'll show that when I'm done wrapping up here and summarizing. Okay. So number 4, reply to all comments and respond to all DMs in a timely fashion. Number 5, reply to all emails, even the ones you got to go find in the spam or junk folder. Because I'm telling you, you have some people, you have some potential clients that are, for whatever reason, their replies to your outbound marketing, etc., they're getting stuck in the spam or junk folder. Number 6, make sure all of your social profiles are updated, relevant, and current. That includes social profiles, and that includes portal profiles and your Google business profile. So what does that mean? It's Facebook, it's TikTok, it's X, it's Instagram, it's LinkedIn, it's Nextdoor, it's homes.com, it's realtor.com, it's Zillow, it's whatever the other ones are, and it's your Google business profile. And again, I'm not suggesting that you have to post on all of those every single day. What I'm suggesting is they need to be current and relevant, and they need to be as congruent as possible. So ideally, is it the same profile picture across all of them? I'm still working through. I'm updating that for myself, where I'm making that more congruent across all platforms. And number seven, do at least one thing every day to grow your business. At least one thing. What one activity can you do every single day to potentially create more momentum, more conversations, so you can write more contracts and close more transactions? Okay, those are my seven daily habits that have helped me sell more homes in 2025. And dare I say, if you commit to making those non-negotiable habits in your business, you will also sell more homes in 2025. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving along here. Bangladesh is calling. I don't think I'm going to answer that one. If it was a normal call, I would grab it, but it was someone from Bangladesh. I don't think that's a potential client. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. All right. Hopefully that helps. I'm going to do some screen sharing now here for a few minutes. If you're watching on the TikTok live and you want to see my screen, you can hop over to Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. When you do me a huge favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash the bell to be notified, and give me a thumbs up if you've gotten anything valuable from the session so far today. And if you haven't, that's fine too. I know that was a little bit more kind of on the mindset type of path, and I spend a lot of time being very tactical and strategic on here. But I thought it was relevant and helpful in part because I was coaching one of the partner agents or agent partners I have in my EXP organization late last week, and that was the first thing that I wanted to get clear with her is like we need to, before we go into how we're going to do more deals, we got to commit to these habits, these non-negotiable things, so that when we start packing on other things, because here's the reality. A lot of what I talk about on these are going to create more of those things, especially more of the first 5. Okay. So the things that I often talk about here, the tactics and strategies, etc., they are going to make your phone ring more. They're going to make you, or they're going to generate more text replies. They're going to generate more email replies. They're going to generate or get you more comments and more DMs. And so the more we do here, the more valuable those habits become. Okay. It becomes like this positive snowball effect, right? I don't know what cartoons or movies, right? Where they start with a little snowball and they push it down the hill and it ends up this big boulder, right? That's what we want to create. We want a big boulder of opportunity, And we got to commit to these habits first, so that when we start to create that boulder, it doesn't just dissipate, right? As it goes down the hill, that it keeps compounding on itself and getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if that analogy helps at all, but I like it. All right. A couple of things here that we're going to share. And again, I'm going to keep these a little bit shorter this week. Holiday week, a lot going on. I mentioned that I got some responses, or a response, from the posting strategy that I shared last week. So I'm going to share that so that you can see that I practice what I preach, number one. And then number two, we're going to actually create a post, and we're going to use a curated list strategy that anyone could do, right? I made this post because I have a coming soon listing. If you don't have that, you might be wondering, well, I don't have a coming soon listing, or I don't have an active listing. I don't have something to post. Well, you always have something you can post. And also you can borrow a listing. There's that strategy as well. Right here. So I ended up sending William here a DM, but it started from my post that I made on Friday, and it included the Google Earth strategy, the Google Earth video strategy, that zoom in strategy. It's a little Google Earth Studio video hack. Okay. And this one is, I figured out during the session that there was a cooler version. The zoom and pan, I think, is one, or the zoom and orbit. It's more, I don't know. It's more eye-catching. It's more of a pattern interrupt. But regardless, this worked. Okay. So I'm going to open this up. He liked the post and then commented, "What's the asking price?" To which I told him the asking price. "Not bad. Do you have any photos or any pics?" "I'll have pics and a 3D tour this week. Should have pics Tuesday and tour later in the week." Or we have professional photos being taken today. He said, "Sounds good." And then I DM'd him the actual MLS link, the actual MLS link. So I wanted him to have that link. Okay. So with that, I want to get into my post for the day. We're going to create content that is going to be posted on Nextdoor. It's going to be posted on my Google business profile, and I'm going to post it on my Facebook page and share into groups. And for today, we're going to build a curated list. I'm going to use Bold Trail to create a curated list. You can use whatever tool you may have. You can even do this directly in your MLS. If you have no other way of doing it, you can even create it directly in your MLS. It'll be harder to capture leads, but I'll give you some thoughts as to how you might do that if you're using something that doesn't have built-in lead capture, okay? So I'm in Bold Trail. I'm going to go to marketing. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to go to lead engine. I'm going to lead engine, and we're going to create an IDX squeeze page. And for today's post, we're just going to do Cumberland County. And I just want multifamily properties. Okay, so I'm going to post multifamily properties in Cumberland County. I'm going to do nothing else here. The source, I'm going to say organic, meaning this was an organic post. Search for hashtags. I'm going to do Cumberland County, Cumberland Co. multis. That way, if leads are captured, or when leads are captured using this strategy, I know what they opted in for. We can see what they opted in for. Property views allowed before registration. I'm going to set that to 2 so that it will force them to register after they view a property. And I'm going to generate the link. That simple and easy. So I want to see this link here. And there are 10. There are only 10 available right now, but that's okay. That's enough. Okay, that is a list. That is a list, and it's big enough for me to get started. So what am I going to do next? Well, I zoomed in a little bit, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to get rid of this here. I'm going to take a screenshot of the listings. I want to capture the one on the edge here. The one on the very edge. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move this. There we go. There we go. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's got that. All right, hold on. I'm going to reload it. There we go. I don't know what was going on with that, but I am going to screen capture this. Okay, so I'm just taking a picture of this map image. And then we're going to do I've shown this a number of times recently, which if you're watching on TikTok Live and you want to see my screen, what I'm doing on the screen here, you can hop over to Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. Josh Schoenly Coaching on YouTube. So I need to airdrop it to my phone. Okay. So I'm going to airdrop it to my phone. Okay. And then I'm going to hit this I button here. So I'm going to full screen share again. I hit the I button. The location, I'm going to go Cumberland County because this is a list for all of Cumberland County. And I think what that'll do is it'll drop a pin on the county capital. Yeah, I believe that's what it did. It dropped that. And then for the caption, I'm going to say multi-family investment properties for sale in Cumberland County, PA, Pennsylvania. And then I'm going to put some of the specific cities: Carlisle, Enola, Camp Hill, Mechanicsburg, Shippensburg. And I could keep going, but that's plenty for now. Okay. Multifamily investment properties for sale in Cumberland County. So I've added those keywords to the caption. And now that I've edited it, I'm going to airdrop it back. I'm going to airdrop it back to my computer. And then I'm going to name this here Cumberland. No, I'm going to say multi-family investment properties for sale, Cumberland County, PA. And I could put more in there, but whatever, that's good enough. Now I've got my image. Okay, now I've got my image that I'm going to use because we need media to be able to post it. And I'm going to start by posting on Nextdoor. I'm going to first post it on Nextdoor. So I'm going to go post. I'm going to drop the pin. I don't know what'll happen if I just go Cumberland County. I want the, in this case, I want the pin to match. So I think it'll match. Yeah, okay, perfect. So that matches the pin that I dropped on the geotag. And right here is the image that I created. And I'm going to go, because I like to copy and paste, right? I don't want to have to recreate the wheel if I don't have to. So I'm going to go here to my profile and find a similar post that I have made recently. Right here, okay? Similar, but not identical. This was foreclosure properties, bank-owned foreclosure properties, okay? But I can use this so I'm not starting from scratch. So I'm going to tweak the I'm going to tweak my emojis. How do I find properties? I want an apartment looking emoji. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to paste that in. Check out all available. Check out all available multi-family investment properties in, I'm going to hashtag Cumberland County, PA right now. Go to, and I'm going to copy that. Whoops. I'm going to paste that in. There are 10 available at this time with more. There are 10 available. There are currently 10 available. And the prices range from, let's see here, where do they range from? 175 to 2.57 million. 175, so 175K, from 175K to 2.575 million. 2.575 million. If you'd be interested in, I'm going to leave it at this. Actually, I'm not going to convolute the messaging. check out the full list and let me know. Actually, I'm going to use a phrase from last week. I'm going to use a phrase from last week. Who do you know that might be interested? Call, text me at 0456 or just shoot me a DM. Boom. There we go. Love it. Love it. Now I've got to tweak the hashtags. And I'm going to use something. I don't do this enough on here. Here's a very practical use of ChatGPT or whatever your favorite AI platform. Maybe you like Gemini better. Can you help me come up with 8 to 10 hashtags for this post I'm about to make on Nextdoor, Facebook, and my Google business profile? And then I'm literally just going to paste in what I had created. Look at this. I don't know if these are the best, but whatever. Like, if you want more local angle or investor centric, I can whip those up too. But it's a way that you can. I use it often for quick ideas or a starting point like this. Okay, so I don't actually. Some of these are relevant. PA investment properties, multifamily deals. So I'm going to copy these, but then I'm going to duplex, triplex, quad. I don't know that these are super relevant. So I'm not convinced that these are great. So let me show you another way that we can go about this. Okay, another way we can go about this. I'm going to move over to my Facebook business page, and I'm going to start creating the post there. And maybe this is where I should start doing these moving forward. Whoops. I want the full post here. I want all of this. No. This. All this here. Okay. I'm going to X that out because I want the image that I created. That is geotagged, etc. So I'm going to say Central PA real estate. There we go. So reason why I'm doing this, and this might look small on your screen, but you can see how many posts have the hashtag. You can see, you can find things that are relevant or being hashtagged. Cumberland County, PA. Okay. Carlisle, PA. Perfect. Mechanicsburg, hashtag Mechanicsburg, PA. Perfect. Hashtag Enola, PA. Smaller town, less Camp Hill, PA. Okay. Shippensburg, PA. Investor friendly agent. Ooh, and investor friendly realtor has 15K posts. I'm going to say investor friendly has 67,000. Interesting. Investor agent, investor alert, investor life, investor tips, investor opportunity. And then I'm going to go buyer's agent, buyers and sellers agent, buyer beware. Now that was better. That was way better, right? Use the source here to find the better ones. Okay, so I'm gonna go next on that, and I'm gonna post that, and then I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna copy all this. I'm gonna post that, and then I'm gonna go to Google here and post that. By the way, what I'm doing right now could be your one thing on my list of 7 habits that have helped me sell more homes in 2025. The one thing, the last one, to do one thing per day to to grow your business or to create more business, potential business for yourself, this could be that one thing. This activity that I'm doing right now. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. Maybe, I don't know, maybe what I need to do is create a bucket of what are those things that you can do. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to use the Learn More button. Here. And I'm going to say tap Learn More below for instant access. There are currently 10 available and the prices range. Who do you know that might be interested? Get rid of this stuff. And there we go. And I could take some time on this, and maybe I could, instead of there are 10 currently available, I could say there are, they range from 2 units to 10 units or something like that. There's lots of ways that you can kind of play with those numbers and utilize that. Okay, so I've got that. Now, and this is where you're going to get the majority of your traction. This is where you will get the majority of your traction. Is you're going to go to Facebook on your phone. Okay, your Facebook app on your phone. I'm going to go and find my page. Doesn't want to load. There it goes. I find my post. I hit share. I go to groups. And then I'm going to post in all of the relevant group. So for me, I start with Cumberland County. 1, 2, 3. 3 that label Cumberland County. West Shore is another, it's like a nickname for our county. And I've got 2 more. And then I'll type in some of the actual, whoops. We got 2 more there. And Mechanicsburg. There we go. Now I got 10 selected, so I can't choose any more. And I'm just going to do emojis. I'm going to do eyeball emojis. And I'm going to share now. Okay, now that is shared. And one last thing I'm going to do with this, I'm going to go and I'm going to actually switch to use as my page. Okay, I'm going to switch to use as my page, and I'm also going to share this on my, this is a little hack. I've shown this a couple of times. And you're not going to get like a ton of traffic with this, but it's worth doing. I'm copying the URL. I'm trying to. I'm copying the URL. Okay. And now I'm going to share this on my story. Okay. Sharing it on my story. And then I hit the sticker button. I hit link. And I can actually drop the link in. Tap here to check out the list. And now I've got they can actually tap this. Hold on. They can actually tap this and look at the list. And if I tap it, now I've got it where it pops a little bit. Okay. If I tap it again, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that. I'm going to go with that. Okay. And I'm going to center. There we go. And now, boom. Okay. That just means more people see it. Okay. All of this stuff is simply to get more eyeballs. It's to get more eyeballs. Here's a scam likely call. I need to own my habits. Hello, this is Josh. Hello. 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 Okay. See, sometimes that's what happens. But I can tell you, if you answer it consistently, there will be more opportunities that come from it. And I have some more that I need to get back to. So I'm going to keep today short and sweet. I have more that we could dig into, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet. So I'm going to wrap it up with some housekeeping items. Number one, tomorrow, normally on Wednesdays, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, is our weekly mastermind. I'm going to share the 10 tools and tech I've used to close 13 transactions in the last, it's either 78 or 81 days, something like that. And the 3 minimum effective dose. Like if you only could use 3, what 3 would or should you use? You can register for that at growwithjosh.com/mm. Growwithjosh.com/mm. If you can't find the link or you're having trouble with it, shoot me a DM or text me 717-571-0456. That's number one. Number two, I will be live again tomorrow morning. Another shorter session, busy week, holiday week, etc. Number three, we have just made a massive upgrade to LeadDeck.ai. You should absolutely check it out if you haven't already. LeadDeck.ai. We built LeadDeck.ai with this in mind. A simple way to help real estate pros connect with more motivated sellers and more active investor buyers in your market. We've made it as easy as humanly possible to do that. And that, just a little foreshadowing, that's one of my 10 tools that I'll be sharing tomorrow. And it's so good, it made the top 3, meaning the 3, if you only could use, or if you only needed 3, or like what are the minimum effective dose, that's in the top 3. You should check that out and let me know. Give us your feedback. Use the tool. Create opportunities for yourself. Fill your pipeline with more motivated sellers and more active buyers who are looking at and making offers on properties in your market today. Thanks for spending some time this morning. Shorter session. I hope you got value. The 7 habits that have helped me close more transactions, sell more houses. Not just houses, just sell more properties. Okay, because there's been some vacant land, there's been some multifamily, etc. Those 7 habits, if you commit to making those non-negotiable in your business, I know with certainty you will also be able to serve more clients in 2026 and thereby, if you commit to those daily habits, you're going to have more conversations, which means you'll write more contracts, which means you'll close more transactions. Giddy up. Thanks for checking out over here. Thanks for hanging with me right here. And I hope you all have a great week.